everybody! Let's talk about what to do when you have a compound subject. That's two or more subjects that are joined by the word or. It has a lot to do with what we call subject-verb agreement, so let's review that idea first. Most of you know what subject-verb agreement means by now, but let's make sure. To keep it simple, a singular subject requires a singular verb, and a plural subject requires a plural verb. Easy, right? Well, sometimes it gets a little tricky. What happens when you have a compound subject and one of the subjects is singular and the other subject is plural? For example, take the sentence, "Only her parents or Kendra is permitted to sign the document." Well, you know the word parents is plural, and you know the word Kendra is singular. Well, what do? How do you know whether to use a singular verb or a plural verb? Do we use the verb is or the verb are? It's got to agree with your subject, right? Which subject do you pick? The answer is that you use the subject closest to the verb to determine whether your verb should be singular or plural. So let's use the subject closest to the verb. In this case, the subject closest to the verb is Kendra, a singular subject. So we use the verb phrase is permitted, which is singular. If parents had been closest, we would have said are permitted to sign the document. Here's another example. Either the dogs or the cat eats the food. So remember the rule. When or connects two subjects, the verb should agree with the subject closest to it. In this case, cat is closest to the verb, and since cat is singular, we use the singular form of the verb eats. Now let's switch it up. Either the dog or the cats eat the food. Again, look at the subject closest to the verb. Cats is plural, so now the verb is plural, eat. And just a reminder, we add s to nouns to make them plural, but we don't necessarily add an s to verbs to make them plural. That rule doesn't apply with verbs. Okay, so here's what you need to remember. When the word or connects compound subjects, always match the verb to the nearest subject, whether it's singular or plural. This keeps your sentences grammatically correct. I'll see you next time.